Hello, everyone. And welcome back for Final Fantasy XIV Continued. Hey, from yesterday. Hmm. The wait queues are always okay for this one. They're not like super bad, but they're not like all amazing. Hey, here we go. So, we finished talking about the regulators just the other day, and now we're continuing that discussion. And we're learning more. Apparently, they can be loaded with different types of souls, human souls, as well as a beast soul. So the limit breaker would be like a beast soul. So it is a beast mode. How intriguing, right? Oh my. Don't even know that. Hey, Takata! Welcome, welcome! Raccoon dance party. Oh, snap. That's a continuation, but this is a unlock. Might want to go for the unlock. I'll come back for the continuation. Oh my gosh, it's the Corn Lord. Oh, sorry, the Corn Servant that serves the Corn Lord. His job is to deliver corn to people. Spread the word of corn. Someone or something in this general area I gotta find. Can I go inside? I don't think. And you can't go inside of it. Somehow I feel like it's something on top of it. But I could just as equally be wrong about that. Oh yeah, I was wrong. It's right here. it's a trainee. A new hunter. We gotta cheer her on. Gotta cheer her up. Or give her a cheer. Whatever we want to say.
Ha ha! Ha!
Yay, we did it. Now she's enthusiastic and she's gonna go out into the field and get smacked up by some monsters. We did the right thing. Just keep telling yourself that. See, I know that's another player because that robot right there is specific. It's from one of the most dangerous tribe of beastmen in this game. The Lockerites. Dun dun dun. They live on the moon. We solved the corn servant's problem. So he gave us corn. And all these jobs we gotta go out and do. Gotta run all the way out here. Anybody got good music to remind you of this? Of what's going on? See, that's why they always have the the area music, is because this is a very long walk. It's a very long run. It's not really raining. Those things actually produce water, you see? Some mist. I figured the bolt hound would come after me. No problems though. Oh, I have to go under to go. Oh, we had to make this so complicated. So I'm gonna go around to go over, or I can go down, over, and around. Thank you for giving Little Nod treats. Noctis! Welcome, Noctis. How goes it? Well, we're picking up where we left off, and I decided to branch off and do some side stuff real quick. And then we'll continue the story. A quick recap is we found out the regulators not only store souls, but they also store beast souls. So apparently they do have a beast mode. And when you activate a beast soul, it glows red, and then you can do cool stuff. Hey, here's that trainee we just sent out here. Why is she all smacked up by a robot? I mean, the robots are technically supposed to help. I mean, technically, I sit and help people too, but we're not gonna take it. Oh, this ain't the same trainee. This is a different trainee. And he has a gun. That trainee's a cheater. Look, you can't use your fists. You can't use a physical weapon. It's okay. Machinist is a class. They use guns. So this is just me and my character, my class. Just me in Final Fantasy. But you're contributing to the me being what now challenge? Takata. You're gonna contribute to that. Oh, that's funny.
Ha ha! Ha!
Oh shoot, there's a Pokemon. Hey, little nod. Now we gotta go and help her, and then we gotta go and make sure everybody's okay because they all ran back home. What's the point of coming out here and showing your big sight skills if you end up getting sent right back home, right? Oh my gosh. And of course she's scared. Oh, you. She doesn't go home. She doesn't want to stay here anymore. She wants to go home. Okay, we gotta psych her out of it. Where is it? You're like, nah, be strong. You know, you got this. Okay. Hey, she did one thing the other recruits didn't do. She actually succeeded to get there. The other ones got injured into a fight and then ended up going back to the city. She actually made it. Which is good. We can commemorate her on the fact that she actually made it. Of course. This is a completely unfair fight. Let's make it fun. Shall we? I need to burn off more energy. That's better. Where is she? She's over here. Yes, Takara, you heard your name. I said, why are you contributing to that? Because you're contributing points towards the other thing. You put channel points towards the other thing. It's all great. Hugs and loves. Oh no. Oh no, now you're threatening me with it. Oh. Well, don't forget, y'all can catch Pokemon in the chat too. Oh, and Little Nod's up here. You can give him pets and drinks and snacks and foods and little treats. Every pet for Little Nod is a pet for me. Wasn't that supposed to be a completion? Now they're sending me on more errands as a continuation. Soon enough, I'm gonna have to go and check on the island I own. Or my free company. Or a few other things. We're planting. What did we plant? A bomb? Alrighty then. Self-watering gardens is still pretty cool. It's good upside. Maybe I can learn more about this technology and implement it on my island. Or not. She never runs out of things to give me. And these tasks might end up endless. some point the task will end, but when, I can't say. I gotta go all the way out into the fields again. Oh my gosh. That way. Hey, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me some questions. I can give you some lore or some information. Does the bongo race exist in this world? Good question. Hold on. I mean, there's mention of the bongo race being in this world, but as of yet, they haven't added the bongo race themselves. So, If we do see them, they're mostly just NPC at this point, because we can go back to Rabanastra. So we are capable of going back to Rabanastra as a dungeon, and it is a deep dungeon, so there is a few. I think it's a raid dungeon, so there's 3 Rabanastran areas we can visit, and you can see the Banga in the background. But as far as like interaction, discussion, or inter-race relations, we don't have those yet. They did implement a few alternative races, though. And you can have Vaughn's gear. As well as the gear from the rest of the cast. And you can also get weapons or items from them as well. You can even get the music set from that era or from that game. Because that's Final Fantasy 12. So yes, they do have all that information in here too. And you do have to fight the primals from that era too. The Zodiac Aeons. Or Zodiac Summons, or Zodiac Eidolons, whatever you want to call them. Totema? Like Famfrit in them? I mean, they do exist, but you don't get to summon or play them. Hey, Pocket. He said, "Well, wild non-narb." Oh my gosh. Lil Nas says hi too. But as far as totems, like general scaling and upscaling is based on level, not based on boards. And the Aeons do exist, and they are summoned, but they are summoned by alternative NPC characters, and you can't summon them yourself. However, there is a summoner class here that is capable of summoning to an extent, but it's not the same ones. You can't summon Famfrit, but you can summon Ifrit. You can't summon a few other ones, but you can summon certain ones. And the summoner class in this game is actually split into several different aspects too. It's not just limited to one. The summoner class actually ends up splitting in halfway through the development. So you get the upscale summoning class and then the downscale summoning. So traditionally you have the standard summoning, which consists of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Bahamut, Phoenix. That's for the standard summoner. And then you have the Scholar, which is capable of summoning Eos, Siphus, and the Angel, which is kind of like a variant of Siren, but is actually just called Angel. Other primals were actually made into dungeons, so like Alexander, the gigantic moving castle, the Holy Castle, is actually a full-scale dungeon where you actually have to go inside of Alexander to stop Alexander, because he's capable of manipulating time. You do have to fight Omega Weapon and Ultima Weapon. Omega Weapon was split in half to now, so Omega Weapon's no longer just a version of Ultima Weapon. Omega Weapon is now Omega Male and Omega Female. And you'll have to face both of them back to back. I know it says that they're down here. There they are. I mean, this game does have a multifaceted design, so it encompasses a majority of most of the games. Maybe not to their entirety, but to a decent degree. If you're a fan of 10, they did bring the class for Kamari into the game, but they altered its name structure and design. Where he was known as a Ronso. In this one, they're a Rothgar. But they have the same setup, design, and development, including Hrothgar who live on the mountain compared to those who live in the field. And the ones who live in the mountain actually have a horn in the center of their head. So similar to the Ronso tribe. But the Ronso were all just blue lions with horns. The Hrothgar come in several different aspects and could be lion, tiger, or so on. If you're also a fan of 10, they do have Titus's outfit and Yuna's outfit, along with similar class developments. So it can be useful. White mages do use holy, well, that was another thing. So. Every class will actually wear armor or the distinctive features differently. So, even if it may be the same attire, they might be worn slightly different depending on the race. Like some classes, like the Hrothgar, the Veneri, don't wear hats because of their ears. While the Minicote do have ears. The cat ears. They have hoods and stuff that are designed specifically for them because they have more human-esque featuring. The Elvins are kind of long and slender, similar to the way they were designed in 10. Oh, that's interesting. Poison toad frogs. Love it. What is it now? More poised toad frogs. I guess that was the last encounter of the poison toad frogs. That's good. I don't want to fight any more of them. I gotta fight like 6 back to back? Well, 3, and then 3 more. Hey, thank you, Takata, for giving little nuts some treats. Ooh, a Nickit appeared. If anybody's trying to catch Pokemon. I think that's it. I think we're completely done with this side quest. Because doing the pan away usually means you're finished. Yay! So now we can continue the main story. snap. She's convincing them to join sides. Little fuzzy buns. Oh gosh. She calls them her little fluffy buns. Oh gosh. I mean, that is his mom, but still. Oh my. They're still discussing meetings, plans, and all that. Finally. Oh gosh. I thought they were done discussing meetings and plans and such, and now they're starting it up again. Oh my gosh. We'll skip that for now. Meanwhile, here we go. In Everkeep. All those souls, all those people.
You've been consulting with Wuk Lamat. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wuglamat bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo?
Oh, looks like the aliens from Halo. Oh my gosh. No, they're actually a race from the game, and they're lizards. They're more like lizard folk. He only looks like an alien because he has a lot of advanced technology on him. He's wearing an advanced battle suit.
What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue.
It's
You
like
needn't
Alexandrian
kill your
battle suit
brother
armor.
and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wuklamat and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act.
Fort said the elite.
Queen of
Oh
Reason.
my gosh.
Wuklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
What now?
Stuff is getting steamy. Gotta pop my drink for this one. Holy crush. Okay. So the voice of reason has been threatened by Wuklamat's older brother, who was the firstborn. Of Gulul Jaja. No, not Gulul Jaja. Which, by the way, we haven't really talked to Guru Jaja for a while. I wonder how he's doing. But no, their father was slain by the older brother because he could not pass the feat and strength was not enough. You need to be both strong and smart. He thought he could overpower and that he would win. He ended up losing. And the younger brother, he quit the trials. He gave up. And being pursued by a bat, I guess. By 2 bats now. No, 1 bat. There's no purpose in that. But yeah, collections, this is the current story that's going on right now. And encompasses a few things. This is the story pertaining as we know it. This is the void, which is another dimension. It's the dimension of darkness. This is Zero. She is a member of that void. And she's very special. She is a demon that took corporeal form. And then there's the explanation of souls. So we've met so many people in these different distant lands. One, Naratai. I mean, he is originally from the source, but he fell asleep in the crystal tower, and his essence became one with the tower. And he was pulled into a fraction, or he was pulled into another version of the world, into one of the fractured pieces, where he was merged with the tower. It turns out Kryl comes from this fractured world. So the dimension that Alexandria is from, is the place where she was born. So she is also not from the source. Well, she's not from the source. He's actually from the source, but there for a minute he was tied to somewhere else. Y'shtola is from the source, but when we traveled to one of the fractured pieces of the source, she lost her vision, so she is mostly blind. But she can see auras still using magic. Heidelin is a primal, and she was the source that summoned us here. Vitra is also from here. Well, Vitra's technically, yeah, he's from here, just in a distant land. Zodiac was the second summon or the first summon that was ever summoned to help stop the calamity. He didn't stop the calamity, he prolonged it. And to stop him, they used Heidelin. All these areas are really cool. I mean, they really are. They're pretty awesome. You wouldn't expect it though. So we have a lot of areas in the game, so there's a lot of places to go. Each one of these locations are full, or big gigantic crystals, which means they're full towns, full cities, full places. And that's where we start going into separate sources or different places. all these places. The Northern Empty. Charlian. The Sea of Stars. That's space. We can also go to heaven and hell too. Yeah, there is a heaven and there is a hell in this game also. So Elpis is their version of heaven, and then they have Hagos, which is their version of hell. It's really cool. A lot of these places are really awesome. And there's different dungeons, key located to each one. So, Rum Reborn takes place mostly in Eorzea. Eorzea is the current place we're in. Haven Sword is actually above Eorzea. It's in the northern continent. Stormblood takes place in the eastern continents. Shadowbringers is the one that takes place in a fraction. This is a different dimension. It's like we mentioned before, it's a fraction of the source, or a broken piece of the source. Think of it like a gigantic crystal that was smashed into 12 pieces. Well, the biggest piece of the crystal is the source, which is where we're at now. And all the smaller pieces are known as the fractals. Shadowbringers takes place in one of those smaller pieces. Endwalker... Well, Shadowbringers takes place in those smaller pieces, brings us back to the source, and then we go to the moon. So, we actually go to the moon, and we also go into space. So we get to see past dimensions and other worlds. Endwalker is literally about that. It's tying up the loose ends, finding out or going out into that deep, dark abyss and defeating things once and for all. Hey, Dragon Roo, welcome. And also during Endwalker, you get to go into the Void World, which is the other place I was talking about. So, not only do we get to go into different worlds altogether, but we also get to go into other fractured pieces. And that's where we gained a better understanding of it. So, the Void is actually a fractured piece also. A piece... Unlike the other ones. See, each one of the fractured pieces have their own version of bad guys. Which in this one is the Asians. Or the pure beings who want the world to want all the fractured pieces to merge back together into one. Well, it was through their summoning that caused the cataclysm. It was their summoning that caused Zodiark to be summoned, and it's through his sacrifices that they summoned another, which was Hydaelyn. And the fight between Hydaelyn and Zodiark is what fractured the world in the first place. So there's a lot of lore here. But generally, these other pieces are trying to reunite with the source. So they're trying to combine back to the source. But in order to do so, their worlds had to be consumed by an elemental in danger or an elemental entanglement. Unfortunately, the void, as you can guess, was absorbed by darkness. So we had to free it of darkness. And then, of course, in Endwalker, that fractured piece was actually absorbed by light. So we had to extinguish the light. So what was happening in Endwalker is the reverse of what happened in the Void. And now we have another fractured piece, which is this one from Alexandria. And unlike the other ones, instead of pulling something from the source to itself, this fractured version decided to pull something from itself and put it onto the source. And that's all we know as of right now as to why this tower, this bubble, these machines, they're all from the fractured piece. They're not from Eorzea naturally. Okay. So if anybody had any questions about that, at least it's answered. In the best way I could possibly explain that, in a shortened version of that. So hopefully it's understandable. But if you have any questions, or you just didn't understand that, I can break it down, just let me know. Ooh, also, if you do have the game and you do play the game, I am trying to compose a team to go into an old school style dungeon. I'm going to try and run Palace of the Dead, floor 1 to 200. It's an old style. It's still played in this game, however, it's like an old school version where we have 8-bit avatars and stuff. So, but you have to have a party of 4. Auto matching stops at floor 100. So, well, thanks for letting Little Nod play in the trash can. So it looks like I'm finally walking up to the castle now. Does it really want to fight me? No. Oh, cool. We were registered. Awesome. Now think of the castle like an inner sanctum. It's not a separate part of the map. It's just an extension of it, like an instance. But oh my gosh, it looks like a future tech city. It looks so pretty.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level
This
of
looks
this
very
12
familiar
tiered
to
structure
13.
is a residential
Like the
district
city
called
of
Solution
knowledge.
9.
Ooh, thanks for the pets.
In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's dominion, do you not?
We do need to better expand who we are dealing with here.
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Eleanor Spear, why didn't you mention this
Oh my gosh.
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Okay. She's a lost kitty in a big city. Now, I was not anticipating the external entrance or instance to actually be a full city. So, let's explain city dynamics. Okay. In gigantic cities, a lot of the city dynamic is tailored towards an aetheryte network system, which means that there'll be mini crystals that will have to be honed in just like the major crystal, except the fact that they are not tied to any other crystal instance. So instead of appearing on our keylog for teleportation, which is right here, they'll be keylogged to the main crystal's interframe. So you'll be able to teleport around the city faster. The aetheryte network actually does exist in several other cities that are older. However, because of the sheer size of this city, I'm going to probably say that they're going to have a lot of aetherite crystals. And actually, I'm not wrong. If you see the map, they have a ton of aetherite crystals. So there will be a lot to explore here. It looks like this is their marketing district over here. This is their residential sectors. Don't even know what this is yet. I think this is the recreational zone. That's what it says. It's recreation zone. But that might actually be where a lot of the books and storyboard and a lot of the other informational sets will be. It looks like that's also where one of the quests will be located. Okay. So after I keylog these crystals, which they look different, they're unique to each zone. You'll know if you're in a different reality if the crystals are different. Because throughout all of Eorzea, the Eorzean crystals all look the same. But the moment you go to the northern continent, where Vishgard with Haven Sword, the crystals change. So with each expansion, the crystals are different. And with each region, the crystals are different. So we're in a completely different region, of course, because we're actually peering into another fraction. So another alternate dimension. So think of this more like a dimensional instance where we're actually peering into the castle of another dimension. Hey, I have that outfit. That's the cat outfit, by the way. Inside of big cities, you can actually use glamour plates, which is great for changing your outfit. So, see, this is the one. See, I do have this outfit. And that's the one you just see her wearing right here. So there is a difference, but they're generally the same. I'm wearing the male version of the outfit. She's wearing the female version of the outfit. So you can actually see that it's generally the same wear. It's just a tad different. It does have Vans though, and I like the Vans. The shoes. This is more of an Eastern garb. I did say that some of the helmets actually have the ears embedded for the Minicote. They do not have it for the Hrothgar, unfortunately. So where I can wear helmets and face masks and stuff, Hrothgar can't wear anything. Veneri also can't wear anything because they have gigantic bunny ears. But this is actually the Eorzean attire. more commonly for my group, and the group that I'm with is the Maelstrom, so the black and red. If you're with one of the other grand factions, you may have yellow and red, or yellow and black, or you may have blue and black. I have red and black because I'm with the Maelstrom. This is from the Fall Guys event, because we did a whole Fall Guys stuff. Because Fall Guys signed a contract and integrated, so we have some Fall Guys events in here. This was to their new pass for Shadowbringers. So if you played through Shadowbringers, or you started Shadowbringers, you would have this one. It's just the Traveler, but it's in a way that it's hard to tell who the Traveler is, which is great. I have other attire in here too, like student attire, farming attire, demonic attire. See, the demonic attire is pretty nice. I like demon attire. I don't so much like the angel attire. Here's the lonely traveler attire. I like this one. It's like a samurai cursed attire. I wore that for a while when I ran samurai. I do play every class, so I do have every class. I'm just showing off the armor right now. This is like the Holy Guard of Ishgard. So the Haven Sword's traditional Ishgardian attire, which not everyone has, by the way, because some of these may have paywalls or other things in them. So just keep that in mind. This one was from the Halloween event. I like this one. This one's cool. It kind of matches the area too, the Halloween one, but it makes me look too much like a police officer. This is from the Halloween event also. It's like a Frankenstein. This one was from the Heaven, from Elipis. This is my godly attire. It basically makes me look like Icarus. And I love the scythe on this one, because the scythe has like a very light teal and is literally a moon. So you just gotta like that. It's beautiful. And then of course, we do have additives as well. But I like this attire. This is my favorite attire. I ran this the whole time I went through the Elipis Pass. So it is so good. It's so good. I love it too much. And then of course, this is the pop star attire that I was wearing. See? And then there's still plates for me to make. And then this is if I expel everything. Like if I take all the... This is the attire I'm actually wearing right now. I'm not a fan of it. At all. It's kind of brutish. I definitely don't like the face mask. It makes you seem like kind of upsetting. So maybe we could find some new armor here that looks better. They do have future tech here, so maybe we can find some future tech. A good future tech outfit, you know? What do you think? You think future tech outfit from here would look nice? Well, until then, I mean, I like some attire can look like it's appropriate here. That'll work. Oh, and the weapon that's on my back. This is a scythe, but I have it. This is one of the 4 stages for my relic weapon for the scythe. With each class and each battle pass, or not battle pass, but with each expansion pass, they introduced new relic weapons. So this is actually the previous one. So this is Endwalker's relic weapon for the Reaper. So this scythe has 4 stages. This is stage 3 of the scythe. And I like it the most because it glows green. It's like a poison scythe. It looks awesome. The 4th and final stage is the tech scythe that you saw me wearing earlier. The technology scythe. That looks kind of high end or high resolution. I actually have it right here. This is it. Inventory. Place an armory chest. These should probably go on the armory chest too, because those are updated items. Need to use that one so that it activates it. And that's our ring. Okay, so this is what the final stage looks like for the relic weapon. And this kind of still goes with this because it's a tech scythe and this is a tech area. And this outfit does come with little tiny imp wings and stuff because it came out during Halloween. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a little bit too off. Maybe pop star is the right way to go. What do you think, Noctis? Do you think I should go with the pop star setting, or do you think I should go with the street setting? Street set? Okay. There we go. So this is a new age, nuance kind of thing. I got the tech scythe as the glamour, and I have the street clothes. And see, this is all new tech. And this kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy XIII's technologically advanced city. Or you can also go with a few of the other Final Fantasies that also had technologically advanced cities. 8 did have a technologically advanced city, which was one of the last areas that we went to. It became over encumbered with crystals. And then there's a few other places too. Like if you're playing through 9, there was the whole castle of Alexandria, which again, a callback to Alexandria, which this is Alexandria that we're in now. Just an updated technological version of it. However, the city of Garlemord was also a technologically advanced city. And then, not just to mention, but in 12, Rabanastra was huge. It was a huge scape city, but not as technologically advanced, but they definitely had their share of secrets. And there were other places that were more technologically advanced, like the clock tower and stuff. But in every Final Fantasy, there's at least one area that happened to be technologically forward. 8 also had the garden, which was very big and very technologically advanced and forward as well. Or you can say if you played Type 0, it would be like the Academy, because the Academy was very large and quite pressed forward. So this is like a little convenience store. I guess it's just for snacks and stuff. But look at the way their snacks look. I don't know. It's like little tablets, and some of those look like dispensers. And all of those look like potions up in the top half, except for the one that kind of looks like a soda pop. That I would probably get the soda pop one. But this is a city that's known for its technology and technological advancements. Also looks like their housing kind of seems like apartments, but they're designed very intricately. It does remind me of some of the structures that we can see nowadays in Japan. where they're building apartments on top of apartments on top of apartments. They're starting to have more intricate design work, and I can see why. If you build them like that, you get size on the inside of the apartment as well as structure, and it's able to support the structure above it. So it's a pretty solid. So they just keep on going up and up and up. As long as the base doesn't take on too much force or too much infrastructure faults, then the rest of the structure should be able to go up. We're registering at this one as well. There we go. Now we have the residential district crystal registered. See, I mean, I would love to go through and play the game with everyone else and have fun. Just like get together, have a whole team, go through dungeons and stuff and do a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I am open for all of that. I'm not against any of it. So we can totally do all of it. Oh yes, you can alter your own camera in here as well. So you can decide on how far away, how close up you are to your camera. I try to have it to where my abilities are like right below my character's feet, so it's easier to see, maneuver, and see AoEs and stuff on the ground. Are they really selling a car? Oh my gosh! Look, they're selling a car. It's a future tech car, which has more than the normal amount of wheels, but it's literally a car show. How funny is that? It's like a GTA where they have the diamond casino and they're showing off vehicles. Look, motorcycles. They're selling vehicles here. Can I just buy a vehicle? That would be great. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's like a lounge area. It's actually pretty cool. A materia vendor. Okay. A materia melder. A materia vendor and a melder? And they have high-end materia. If you know any Final Fantasy, you know what materia is. My god. Yeah, I know, right? So good. So much good technology. Oh! They do sell it. What? They sell a airwheeler, which is a motorcycle, but 7,500,000 gil? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. I know who to go to. Oh my god, yeah. It does look like Phantasy Star Online, doesn't it? Mecha suit? Class 1. Mecha head? What the heck? Let's try that on. Oh my gosh, it's a chipmunk. You can dress up like a chipmunk now. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, it's a squirrel. It's not a chipmunk, it's a squirrel. You can dress up like a squirrel. And it has its own music. Oh my gosh. And they have so many other mounts here too. No, I do want the Wings of Resolve. I do want those, but that requires a lot. But I know there's only one person who can give me the motorcycle. I don't really want to ask them. LOL fursuit. Actually, they have quite a few in here. To be honest, they do. They have like a whole frog suit. They have a whole werewolf suit. They have a whole bunny outfit that you could wear. Not to mention, Hrothgar are literally gigantic cats. And then there's also there's a dragon class in here too. There's quite a lot that you can do in this game. The future tech armor that they have for my character is lacking in every field. Look at this. When you see Lancer, Dragoon, and Reaper, that means this armor is meant to be worn by that class. RPR is Reaper, which is what I am. And you see how the defense and magic defense stats are red? It means that if I put on that armor, I'm actually going to be taking more damage. So it's not good armor. Do they at least have good weapon? No, the weapon is garbage too. It is a chainsaw. Huh. A chainsaw scythe. Not the first time I've seen that, but dang. So I could technically equip a futuristic tech suit outfit, but I would have to buy it only for glamour subjugation, and to be honest, at these prices, it's just not worth it at these prices. These prices are expensive. But the repair prices are cheap. Oh wait, there was something else there I had to repair. Inventory. Nope. Wrist. A golden ring. Okay, so yeah. Overpriced. As always. There's only one person I know who has a lot of money in this game. And there are... Well, technically, they're my free company's accountant and financial advisor, my mom. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my family plays this game too. And unfortunately, there's no one more terrifying than my mom.
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
Sphene.
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, there's no one more terrifying than my mom. She maxed out everything, every class, every crafting, everything. And she's beaten every level at every difficulty and has every attire and everything and 90% of all the mounts in the game, which also includes all the difficult or impossible to obtain mounts. So, oh, and she's a Gillionaire also. So that also means, you know, if anybody could loan me 6 million gil, it's her. But I don't know. As our free company financial advisor, she's in the middle of upgrading our house from the plot that it's on to a 10 times bigger plot. So she's already putting down millions on rearranging our company house. So I'm not... I don't know if it's the right place, but I'm probably going to ask her anyway. Send her a Moogle mail message. See what she says.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But, unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulichola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear, I'll be there alongside her.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well, I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Now, to be honest, as a Queen of Alexandria, she does actually play the part very well. in the previous interruption, or not interruption, but in the previous Alexandrian rules, we have seen many rule Alexandria in different ways. We've seen a king rule Alexandria in a spiteful way, and 9, with the princess being Elizabeth. But we have also seen Alexandria in Celestia, ruled also by a king. And his daughter was the princess who was betrothed to Jack, who later, after the reset, kidnaps her and is known as the main villain. So Alexandria has always had a very negative kingly appearance, but a very positive queen appearance. So all the queens of the past Alexandrias have been very friendly, delightful, and energetic, and they always cared about their people. And the fact is that she plays the role very well. I mean, as far as the Queen of Alexandria is concerned, she lives up to it. I can't say that Gurulja is not living up to the kingly one, because he kind of is. Being a dictator, kind of pushing for war, constantly doing everything in the negative light. He is filling the roles of an Alexandrian king almost perfectly, which is both a negative side and a positive side to this story. What's also interesting is that they don't refer to their celestial crystals as celestial crystals. They refer to them as nexus shards. So that's also something to note. In Eorzea, they were known as crystallisis, or crystallized aether. And once we got into the Shadowbringers, they referred to them as celestial shards. So now we're in here and they're referring them as nexus shards. So keep that in mind. But they're still the same thing. They're just aetherite crystals. Or aether shards, and then, you know. Now she's explaining the teleporter and for the elevator that we just went through. I mean, a lot of this is not very new information. It's her way of giving a tour. I do love the way this looks. Oh my gosh. It looks so clean and so very well done for a future set. That's very hard to get. And you see there's little tiny off stores and stuff. And there's, of course, branding and merchandise and stuff like that, like everywhere. It just looks so great. Okay, so what he is holding right now is a distorted axe. Chances are that is the new relic weapon for this this current expansion. So it looks like the relic weapons might actually be very overdrawn and quite beautiful. I can't wait to see what the scythe looks like for this pass, because I am definitely getting it. I know it's going to take a while to work on, but bump that. I'm going to work on it because I already have the scythe from the previous one. Oh, by the way, any new integrated class only receives a relic weapon from that's expansion going forward. So classes that are new, like the scythe wielding reaper or the healing sage with their flying scalpels. Unfortunately, these classes are, well, they're very new, so they only have one relic weapon right now, and now this pass will introduce a new one. So basically, he's going to have me select an item and he'll explain it. Okay. Synthetic fruit pellets. Okay, so it is snacks. So it's like a plain pellet that you eat and it dissolves and it tastes like fruit. Refreshing tonic. So this is a drink. Well, we kind of figured it was a drink anyway because it comes in a pouch. Oh, just like everybody knew it, this is a meal bar. So it's basically, it's literally an oats bar. I don't want the oats bar. Okay. This one kind of looks like it's going to be chips. What? It's salad paste? Ugh, gross. It's squirtable salad. No, I don't think I want a squirtable salad. But why does it come in a chip bag if it's a squirted salad? Oh my god. It's cultivated steak, so this is beef jerky. This is beef jerky. Is much more affordable. Okay. So what do y'all think I should get? We got fruit pellets. We got juice. We got an oats bar. We got squeeze salad. Ugh. And then we got beef jerky. What do you think I should get? We got one for the juice and we got one for the squeeze salad. Ugh, gross. Squish on paste salad. Ugh. Ugh, that's so bad. Okay, well, we got 1 and 1. We need a tiebreaker. Anyone else want to vote in? Alrighty, then the choice is between those two. I guess salad. Okay. What? What? You went down to the salad too? The squeeze on salad? Oh, that's so gross. Oh, gross. It's salad paste. It's a squishy squeeze on salad. Oh, it literally says that it's to slim down, so it's like to not get fat. Okay, we'll get the squeeze on salad. Of course, Wicklamat took the beef jerky. I had to get the squeeze on salad, and Wicklamat said, oh, because they all look tempting, it doesn't matter. I'm still getting the steak. So she's taking the beef jerky. Gosh dang it. Why did everyone crowd around us just to make that decision? See, now I gotta go and karate scythe these people, and it's all everyone's fault because they watch me eat squeeze-on salad. That's not okay. I'm joking. I'm not gonna hurt them. I can't believe I had to eat the squeeze-on salad. Oh my gosh. Oh, and it gave me the sound. Ugh. Oh, of course, Clement's having the time of her life eating beef jerky. I'm not even going to tell them how I feel. I'm just like, Oh, I have a choice of saying it's fantastic, it's pretty good, it's interesting. You know what? I'm going to go with it's interesting because squeeze-on salad just, it sounds gross. It probably looks gross. But, you know, I've never tried squeeze-on salad in my life, so I can't say how it tastes. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That just doesn't rub me the right way, I guess. What is your favorite food? See, now we're asking the real questions. Apparently she's indecisive. And Wicklamat's also indecisive. So it was kind of something that they bonded on. Oh no, there's a spy. So Gululja sent a spy, huh? To watch us. And now we begin the actual instance of the tour. So now we're able to move around again at free. One thing to note is during these instances, my add-ons or the people who are following me do not actually engage in battles or fights. And oftentimes, if you're out in the wilds, they can take damage and they will not fight. Only specific individuals that follow you will fight, and those are participle to your trusts. And they will only engage in fights while in an actual while in a dungeon. So NPCs don't really help in battles, which is why forming a party with other people is a necessary part of the game. So if you want to or formulate a decent party, you would want to do it with other people. Now, I do have to say I am loving the big city. And the fact that it's very well integrated. It has such a big open design. It's very nice. I mean, I've been to all the other cities. I've explored every single one. This one's probably one of my favorites. It screams a lot of the previous Final Fantasy high-tech cities. It just reminds me a lot of all of them. I do like the high-tech suit wear, so I might end up getting it. Maybe, maybe not. That completely... Or that's more like, if the missions here actually pay out decently, then I will consider getting a full set of tech armor. That is, if the game doesn't give it to me automatically, because there are at times where the game will automatically give you armor and so on. So you can essentially, through the storyline, get a full set of armor and everything for free. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy it. But in some areas or some instances you would have to buy them. Mostly for like appearance or apparel. Also, a lot of the gear is branded because of I've seen some snippets of this current pass or patch, and there are wrestling arenas in this one. So this this season or this expansion actually does encompass some form of wrestling. So this is going to be an interesting expansion. Also, I noticed her outfit has like the rainbow down the shoulders. That's pretty cool. I mean, yes, it's branded, but it also got rainbows on it. And it looks like a very sleek and nice outfit too. Oh, it's not rainbows. It's more like chrome. Like the chrome it has a chrome lining that reflects colors. See how it's distorting right now? So actually it's not a rainbow, it's a chromium, which is still pretty cool. So apparently the child is not feeling well and is resting at the moment. Said thank you to her for coming to visit them and then went back to sleep. And right on cue, we're actually going to get a set of armor. This quest actually guarantees a set of armor, but as to what it guarantees, I'm not entirely sure. If it's a hat, if it's a chest piece, we'll have to see after the completion. Or actually, we can check it right now. Hold on. This quest guarantees a weapon. It's a weapon coffer. So this is going to guarantee a scythe. A tech scythe. So this is actually going to be pretty cool. So my armor will be changing as I get the new stuff. Make sure I have enough in my armor chest. Yeah, open space. Not an open space. Okay, what is... Lancer, Dragoon, and Rapier. Okay, don't want to lose that one. 57, or a 58 all class, so we can put this in my inventory. Leave some space for the new outfit. That's fine. This can go back into my inventory because I only used it for glamour. It was a really good scythe, but the new pass... Okay, each time you go into an expansion, your previous weapon is good up to about 3 levels above what base level it says. So the all the relic weapons are the max level plus because they go 3 levels above the max level. So that relic weapon is basically a 93, which is a really good weapon if you're in Walker. However, in this one, the cap for the newest expansion is 100. So that weapon is no longer a good weapon. But it is a relic, so it becomes permanently tied to your character. You cannot delete it, you cannot throw it away, you cannot get rid of it. You cannot put it away either. You cannot put it inside of storages that will not hold it. And you cannot put it into a glamour chest. So what I had to do is I had to go and replicate each phase of my scythe in order to be able to put it into the glamour. And even then I wasn't able to replicate the final phase because it's still in use. Okay, see right here, I am actually running low. Increase XP. Okay, from level 60 and below. So that might actually be good for like crafting. But as far as like a majority of my other classes, that's not a good ring. 70 is a terrible ring. Return that to inventory. Return that one to inventory. 90's fine. 90's fine. I have a lot of 90 classes. Sort. So I think it'll put the lower levels on the bottom. And these are equipped to crafting classes, which is why they're like that. Anything that's equipped to a previous class has like the little page on it. But I only need but like a few openings. Okay. And these are all crystals that formulate classes and stuff. So there's a lot of classes in the game. There is some empty spots, which is what makes me think that they might integrate more classes later. But at this current point and this current expansion, there are no more classes. I have all the classes in the game. But there's also a way to prestige crafting classes. So that's another thing, is like you can prestige crafting classes, which gives you a filler for that location. So for this right here, see how one of these is not a crystal, one of these is a tablet. This one, the Soul of the Alchemist. That's because I prestiged the Alchemist. So you can prestige classes, which will give it a tablet. I think you can prestige up to 3. So at the end of the day, it still leaves 1 opening. So they're either going to expand by prestiging another class or not. Okay, Oh, thank you for giving Little Nut snacks. And actually, everyone, it is about that time. So, thank you all for being here for my stream. And I hope to see y'all next time. Every Saturday and Sunday, we'll pick up here. And we'll continue the storyline. So until then, I might do some quests. I might do some side stuff. But we're going to avoid the storyline for just the stream. So we're going to be pursuing the storyline throughout the stream. And I hope to see y'all next time. Alrighty. Bye-bye for now.